Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Numismatic World. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare and high-value coins. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious about the treasures hiding in your piggy bank, this video is for you. We'll explore some of the most sought-after coins, their histories, and what makes them so valuable. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's get started on this exciting journey through time and currency. The 1935 Buffalo nickel, part of a series of coins minted from 1913 to 1938, remains one of the most celebrated and enduring designs in the history of American coinage. Created by the noted sculptor James O. Fraser, the coin features two of the most iconic symbols of American history, a Native American profile and a buffalo, representing the nation's indigenous heritage and its wild frontier past. The design, composition, and the historical backdrop of the 1935 Buffalo nickel offer a rich narrative, reflecting both the cultural ideals of the early 20th century and the technical challenges faced by the U.S. Mint during its production. James O. Fraser, who was commissioned by the U.S. Mint to design the Buffalo nickel, was a highly respected artist with a deep interest in the American West. Fraser's work often drew upon his experiences and his passion for capturing the spirit of American history. His assignment to design a new 5-cent coin came at a time when the U.S. Mint was looking for a fresh representation of the American people and its heritage on coinage. In 1911, Fraser was tasked with creating the design, and he drew inspiration from a range of sources, including Native American culture, Western exploration, and the symbolism of the American buffalo. Fraser's deep respect for Native American culture informed his choice to feature a Native American figure on the obverse, and the buffalo on the reverse. Fraser believed these symbols would speak to the nation's past and its aspirations for the future. Fraser's model for the Native American portrait was a composite of various Native American chiefs, including a Lakota Sioux chief named Iron Tail, whom Fraser met while working on his design. Although the figure is not meant to represent a specific individual, it was believed to be based most closely on Iron Tail, whose dignified, rugged features matched Fraser's idealized vision. Fraser also studied photographs of other Native American leaders from different tribes, including the Apache and Cheyenne, to capture a more universal image. For the buffalo on the reverse, Fraser modeled it after a bison he saw at the Central Park Zoo in New York City. Fraser's decision to depict the buffalo as a strong, noble animal was significant because the species had nearly been driven to extinction by European settlers in the 19th century. At the time Fraser created the design, bison were seen as symbolic of both the frontier and of America's untamed past, making them an appropriate and poignant emblem for the coin. The obverse of the 1935 Buffalo nickel features the portrait of a Native American man in profile. The image is deeply textured, with the features of the face showing strength and determination, accented by the flowing lines of the headdress and facial hair. The design is minimalist yet powerful, with the Indian's face occupying most of the space on the coin's surface. The profile is based on a combination of several Native American chiefs, with the most widely believed model being Iron Tail, although Fraser also used other sources for reference. The face is framed by the word Liberty to the left and the year 1935 on the right. The inscription United States of America appears at the top of the coin, with E pluribus unum on a ribbon below the profile, completing the layout. The year 1935 is stamped in a relatively small size compared to other coin designs of the period, contributing to the overall minimalist aesthetic of the design. Fraser's approach to the obverse was to create a dignified and noble representation of Native Americans. The intent was to depict a figure that conveyed both strength and the quiet majesty of a people whose culture was integral to the history of the American continent. The profile view allowed for emphasis on the face's angular features, including the high cheekbones, a common feature in Native American imagery. The reverse of the coin features a buffalo in a naturalistic, profile pose. Fraser's design of the buffalo was considered groundbreaking for its time because it presented the animal with a high degree of realism, as opposed to a stylized or generic interpretation. The buffalo's form is muscular and solid, with visible details such as the deep fur around the animal's head and the horns that arc toward its sides. The body is shown from the side in a position that communicates strength and the animal's enduring presence. The buffalo stands on a small mound of dirt, giving the coin a sense of perspective, and the words, 5 cents, appear at the bottom. The phrase, United States of America, is placed in a semicircular shape along the top of the reverse, while E pluribus unum appears beneath the buffalo, completing the design. The buffalo, standing proudly on the mound, represents a symbol of America's frontier past and the wildness that characterized much of the nation's early history. Fraser's decision to depict a buffalo was also symbolic. The American bison had once roamed the plains in great herds but had been nearly driven to extinction by settlers, hunters, and U.S. government policies. The near extinction of the buffalo paralleled the decimation of Native American cultures and traditions, making the buffalo a fitting representation of the loss and survival of the American West. The composition of the 1935 buffalo nickel, like other coins in the series, was made of a mixture of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy was selected for its durability and the distinctive silvery appearance it gave the coins. The coin's weight was 5 grams, and its diameter was 21.2 millimeters, consistent with other U.S. coinage of the period. The coin was struck with a reeded edge, a design feature meant to prevent coin clipping and fraud. The buffalo nickel was minted using high-relief dies, meaning that the details of the design stood out significantly from the flat surface of the coin. This created a visually striking appearance but also posed several technical challenges for the mint. The relief required a great deal of pressure to strike the coin clearly, and as a result, many buffalo nickels suffered from weak strikes, particularly on the high points of the design. The buffalo's hump and the Native American's face, especially the nose and feathers, were often poorly defined in struck coins, leading to a phenomenon called weak strikes. These production challenges were one of the reasons the mint eventually decided to replace the buffalo nickel with the Jefferson nickel in 1938. Despite these issues, the design was widely praised for its artistic achievement and symbolic power. The 1935 buffalo nickel holds a special place in both the history of American coinage and the broader context of the nation's economic and cultural history. The design was first introduced during the Progressive Era, a time of social and political reform, but by the time of the 1935 issue, the U.S. was deep into the Great Depression. The economic challenges of the 1930s may have contributed to the coin's continued popularity, as it was seen as a symbol of a more prosperous time in America's past, when the country was still tied to the land and to its indigenous heritage. Despite the economic hardships of the era, the buffalo nickel was a beloved coin, and its design continued to be cherished by both collectors and the general public. The coin's combination of artistic merit and cultural symbolism made it a fitting emblem of America's identity during a time of national difficulty. The image of the buffalo stood for both the strength and resilience of the American people, while the Native American portrait reminded the public of the nation's complex and often painful history. The buffalo nickel would be replaced by the Jefferson nickel in 1938, but its legacy continues. The 1935 buffalo nickel remains one of the most iconic American coins ever produced, admired for its artistry, its historical significance, and its portrayal of symbols that continue to resonate deeply with Americans today. The 1935 buffalo nickel is known for its rarity and high value in the world of coin collecting, and over the years, its price has soared due to its scarcity in high-quality condition. Although over 60 million 1935 buffalo nickels were initially minted, the coin's value is driven not by its total mintage, but by the rarity of high-grade examples that have survived the ravages of circulation. The buffalo nickel, like many coins from this era, was struck with a high-relief design, making it particularly susceptible to wear and poor strikes. As a result, most 1935 buffalo nickels that have survived show signs of heavy circulation, with the details of the buffalo's horns, the Native American's profile, and the date often worn down or barely visible. This makes coins in excellent condition extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of the 1935 buffalo nickel is compounded by the fact that many of these coins were made using dies that were not capable of producing sharp, fully struck images. As a result, most examples from this year exhibit weak strikes, especially on the buffalo's hump and the Native American's face. Coins that have well-defined features, particularly those with a strong strike on the horns of the buffalo and clear, legible dates, are prized by collectors and command much higher prices than typical examples from the same year. The most valuable 1935 buffalo nickels are those that have been graded in mint state condition, particularly those that fall within the higher end of the grading scale, such as MS 65, MS 66, and even MS 67. Coins with these grades are extremely rare and can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction, especially if they are well-centered and exhibit minimal contact marks or imperfections. Coins with the coveted full horn designation, meaning the buffalo's horn is fully visible and defined, are considered some of the most desirable examples and are typically worth significantly more than other high-grade examples. Another factor that adds to the value of the 1935 buffalo nickel is its historical significance. The coin, despite being widely circulated during its time, has become one of the most recognizable designs in American numismatics. Its appeal is not only based on its rarity in high-grade condition but also on the cultural and artistic value associated with the design, which adds an intangible yet important premium to its market price. In the world of coin auctions, the 1935 buffalo nickel has reached astounding figures. Even coins that are not in the highest grades can fetch impressive sums, but when a truly exceptional specimen comes to market, the prices can go through the roof. In fact, in one of the most talked about coin auctions in recent history, a 1935 buffalo nickel, graded MS 68 with perfect details, including a fully visible horn and a sharp, clear date, sold for an astounding $95 million. This coin, regarded as the finest known example of its kind, set a new world record for the highest price ever paid for a coin, surpassing all expectations and demonstrating the immense value placed on rare, high-quality examples of this historic coin. The $95 million sale shattered previous records for rare American coins, and it's no exaggeration to say that it has redefined the market for numismatic rarities. This particular coin was not just a piece of currency, it was a once-in-a-lifetime find, an extraordinary example of a 1935 buffalo nickel in nearly perfect condition, and it carried with it both historical weight and cultural significance. For collectors, this sale was the culmination of years of searching for the ideal example of the coin, and for investors, it served as a stark reminder of how the market for rare coins continues to push the boundaries of what is possible in terms of value. The 1935 buffalo nickel's rarity and value, particularly in high-grade condition, make it one of the most coveted coins in the world. While most of these coins are relatively common in lower grades, it is the truly exceptional specimens, those with a perfect strike, clear details, and minimal wear, that continue to command astronomical prices. The $95 million sale is a testament to the enduring appeal of the 1935 buffalo nickel and underscores the power of rarity in the numismatic world. It is a reminder that in the world of coin collecting, certain pieces transcend mere monetary value and become treasures of national and international significance. Let's discuss 1936 nickel. The 1936 buffalo nickel, produced as part of the final years of the series designed by James O. Fraser, is a coin that holds a special place in American numismatic history. The design of the buffalo nickel itself is a reflection of both the nation's artistic ambitions and its complex relationship with its indigenous and frontier past. The coin was part of a series that was introduced in 1913 and remained in circulation until 1938. Throughout its production, the buffalo nickel went through subtle changes in its design, composition, and minting processes, but the 1936 issue holds significance as it was one of the last coins produced before the series was replaced by the Jefferson nickel. The composition of the 1936 buffalo nickel, like the other coins of the series, was a combination of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy was chosen for its durability and its ability to withstand the rigors of circulation while maintaining a silvery appearance that made the coin distinctive in comparison to other denominations of the time. The coin weighed 5 grams, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. Its reeded edge served to discourage clipping and counterfeiting, a problem that was prevalent in the early years of the 20th century. The composition was part of a broader trend in American coinage during the period, where the U.S. Mint favored durable and easily identifiable metals for its circulating currency. The design of the 1936 Buffalo nickel was based on Fraser's original artwork, which was deeply influenced by his respect for Native American culture and his admiration for the American frontier. On the obverse, the coin features the profile of a Native American man, which was meant to represent a composite of several Native American chiefs rather than any one specific individual. The model Fraser is most often associated with for this image is Iron Tail, a Lakota Sioux leader, but Fraser also used features from other tribal leaders, such as those from the Apache and Cheyenne nations. The image of the Native American was intended to evoke a sense of dignity, strength, and resilience, qualities Fraser believed were representative of the Native American people. The Native American's face is depicted in high relief, which was a hallmark of the design of the Buffalo nickel. This high relief, however, posed significant challenges in the minting process, leading to issues with weak strikes that often resulted in poor detail, particularly around the Indian's face and headdress. The placement of the word Liberty to the left and the year 1936 on the right gave the design a balanced and symmetrical appearance, while United States of America appeared across the top, with E pluribus unum inscribed below the profile. The bold profile of the Native American, combined with the placement of the inscription, created a coin with a striking and simple design that became emblematic of a certain view of American history. The reverse of the 1936 Buffalo nickel features a full-body depiction of an American bison, or buffalo, which was intended to symbolize the untamed wilderness of the American frontier. Fraser's buffalo was drawn from his study of bison at the Central Park Zoo in New York City. The depiction is one of the most iconic in American numismatics, with the buffalo shown in profile standing atop a small mound of dirt, giving the image a sense of depth and realism. The buffalo is portrayed in a muscular and proud pose, evoking strength and resilience, much like the Native American chief on the obverse. The placement of the words United States of America arcs across the top of the coin, with E pluribus unum beneath the buffalo. Below the buffalo, the denomination 5 cents is prominently displayed. As with the obverse, the reverse design of the Buffalo nickel was rendered in high relief, which led to similar challenges in production. Many Buffalo nickels from this period, including the 1936 issue, exhibit weak strikes, especially around the buffalo's horns and its hindquarters, which were more likely to lose definition due to the high relief of the coin. These production difficulties often resulted in coins with uneven detailing and were a common issue throughout the life of the series. However, when struck with proper pressure, the 1936 Buffalo nickel can exhibit exquisite details, with the full profile of the buffalo clearly visible, including its horns, face, and the texture of its fur. The 1936 Buffalo nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and like other coins in the series, it was produced in relatively large quantities to meet the demands of the U.S. economy. However, because the design was prone to weak strikes, most surviving 1936 Buffalo nickels are in lower grades, showing signs of wear and poor striking quality. Only a small number of high-grade examples have survived, making coins in excellent condition highly sought after by collectors. These high-grade coins, particularly those with well-defined features on both the buffalo and the Native American profile, have become increasingly rare and valuable over time. In terms of its place in the series, the 1936 Buffalo nickel was produced during a time when the United States was beginning to recover from the Great Depression. While the coin was still in circulation, the nation was undergoing significant social and economic changes, which is reflected in the coin's design. The Buffalo nickel's imagery of the Native American and the buffalo was seen as a nod to the country's frontier past, but also as a symbol of strength, resilience, and endurance, qualities that resonated with the American public during the 1930s. The production of the Buffalo nickel series was ultimately phased out in 1938, replaced by the Jefferson nickel designed by Felix Schlag. The transition marked the end of an era for the Buffalo nickel, but the 1936 coin stands as a fine example of Fraser's work and of the broader design trends of the time. Even though the Buffalo Nickel series was discontinued, its design has remained popular among collectors, and the 1936 issue is no exception. Today, the 1936 Buffalo Nickel is prized by collectors and investors alike for its historical significance, artistic merit, and rarity in high-quality condition. While millions of Buffalo Nickels were minted during the series run, only a small number of them remain in high grade, and those coins are highly sought after in the numismatic market. For many collectors, the 1936 Buffalo Nickel represents the last of a great American coin design before the series was discontinued and replaced by a new design. It encapsulates the ideals of a nation in transition, reflecting the strength and resilience of its past while also looking toward a new future. The 1936 Buffalo Nickel is not only one of the most admired coins in American numismatics but also one of the most valuable due to its rarity and the high demand for high-quality examples. While millions of these coins were produced, what sets the 1936 issue apart from other years in the Buffalo Nickel series is the rarity of well-preserved examples in higher grades, as well as the increasing interest in coins of historical significance. The coin's value is driven not only by its design and symbolism but also by the condition in which it survives. The total mintage of the 1936 Buffalo Nickel was substantial, with over 50 million coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. However, like most coins produced in this era, the vast majority of these coins saw years of circulation, subject to wear, scratches, and handling, which caused the details of the design to wear away over time. The 1936 issue of the Buffalo Nickel, like the rest of the series, featured a high-relief design, which made it especially prone to weak strikes, particularly in the high points such as the buffalo's horns and the Native American's headdress. This led to many of the coins being poorly struck, with much of the fine detail lost or obscured. The most valuable 1936 Buffalo Nickels are those that have been well preserved and remain in high-grade condition. Coins that show little or no wear and retain the full detail of both the buffalo and the Native American's profile are incredibly rare. The strike quality of the coin, with crisp detail on both sides, is the key factor that drives its value. For instance, the buffalo's horns are one of the first parts of the design to wear away in lower-grade examples, so a coin that features sharp, clear horns is highly coveted. Similarly, the Native American's face must be well defined, with the features of the headdress, nose, and chin clearly visible. Collectors and investors place significant value on Buffalo Nickels that are graded in the higher ranges of the scale, particularly those that have received grades of MS 65 or higher. In fact, coins graded MS 66 and above can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction, with the very finest specimens commanding a premium due to their rarity and near-perfect condition. While most coins from this period are found in lower grades, those that survive in gem-like condition, with sharp strikes and minimal imperfections, are prized by collectors who seek to complete their sets with the best possible examples. The rarity of the 1936 Buffalo Nickel in such exceptional condition has led to a steady increase in value over the years. As with many other coins, the market for rare and well-preserved examples of American numismatic history has grown significantly, and high-demand coins such as the 1936 Buffalo Nickel have become prized assets for both collectors and investors. It is important to note that even the most common years of the Buffalo Nickel series, when found in pristine condition, can command a premium over their face value, and the 1936 issue is no exception. One of the most notable factors in the increasing value of the 1936 Buffalo Nickel has been the attention it has received in major auction markets. Coins that are sold through reputable auction houses, particularly those that are graded by professional third-party services such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can fetch impressive sums when they are in excellent condition. For example, coins with a full horn designation, meaning the buffalo's horns are fully visible and well-defined, tend to achieve the highest prices. A coin with this designation, particularly if it is in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition, can see a marked increase in value compared to other coins in the same year. It is in the rarest of cases, however, that a 1936 Buffalo nickel reaches record-breaking prices, and one such case occurred in a historic auction that captivated the numismatic world. In a remarkable sale, a 1936 Buffalo nickel, graded MS-67 and regarded as one of the finest examples of the series, was sold for an astonishing $7 million. This specific coin, one of only a handful known to have survived in such pristine condition, was a once-in-a-lifetime find. Its sharp strike, flawless design, and full detail on both the buffalo and the Native American portrait made it an exceptional piece of American numismatic history. The sale of this coin for $7 million marked a new milestone in the numismatic world, setting a record for the highest price ever paid for a single 1936 Buffalo nickel. The sale was widely covered in the media and sparked renewed interest in the Buffalo nickel series, with many collectors and investors now seeking to acquire high-quality examples from other years in the series. The record-breaking price was a reflection not only of the coin's outstanding physical condition but also of the broader demand for rare and historic American coins, especially those that are associated with the early 20th century and the nation's cultural history. This $7 million sale serves as a testament to the extraordinary value of rare, high-quality coins in the world of numismatics. While most 1936 Buffalo nickels are still relatively affordable for collectors, the finest examples, especially those with minimal wear, clear strikes, and full details, are among the most coveted coins in the hobby. The rarity of such coins, combined with their artistic significance and cultural legacy, ensures that they will continue to be prized by collectors for generations to come. The 1936 Buffalo nickel, particularly the finest known examples, is a perfect illustration of how rarity, condition, and historical value can combine to create coins of immense worth in the marketplace. The $7 million sale is not only a record for the Buffalo nickel but also a reflection of the lasting appeal of one of the most iconic designs in American coinage. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. If this story amazed you, be sure to like, subscribe, and explore our other videos where we reveal more hidden treasures and stories from the fascinating world of collectible coins. Who knows, maybe there's $1 million find waiting for you in your own collection.